Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Ritika Auri from Management Bliss. Have you guys ever heard people in agile meetings saying, is this story done and does this story meet the acceptance criteria? And if we don't know the exact difference between the two, we get confused and we say, aren't both the same? Well, they're not the same. And knowing the difference can really help us understand these basic concepts. In this video, I'll explain the definition of done and acceptance criteria with everyday examples. So let's get started. Firstly, let's see what is definition of done. So what is definition of done? Definition of done is a standard checklist that your team agrees on to say that this issue is complete. It applies to every story, task or backlog item in the sprint. It tells the team that these are the steps we always need to follow before we can call something done. Definition of done remains the same for every user story. Let's say you are working as a developer on a team that builds a mobile app. No matter what feature you are working on, it could be the login screen or the money transfer or viewing transaction history, etc. Your team's definition of done for every task might be the code is written, the code is reviewed, the code passes all the unit test cases, the code is merged, feature is tested by QA, documentation is updated, etc. So if you are working on a view transaction history feature and you write the code but you haven't tested it yet, then it is not done. Even if it works on your machine, it's not complete based on team's definition of done. Definition of done is your team's quality and consistency checklist. Now what is acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria are the specific conditions or rules that apply to one user story. They help the team and the product owner agree on what exactly this user story should do. For every user story, there is a special acceptance criteria. Suppose there is a story that says, as a user, I want to reset my password so that I can log in again even if I forget it. The acceptance criteria would be, when a user enters a valid email, a reset link is sent. The reset link expires within 24 hours. If the user clicks the link, they are taken to a reset password page. The user can set a new password successfully. These conditions are only for one user story. They are about what the feature should do and not how it is built. Therefore, while the definition of done is about the quality and process, acceptance criteria are about functionality and business rules for that story. So now let's take an example side by side to make things even clearer. For a banking application, acceptance criteria might include the user can choose a bank account to send the money from, the user enters an amount and selects a recipient, a success message appears after the transfer, while the definition of done would still be the code is written, the code is reviewed, tests are passing, QA has tested the features, the code is documented. We can say that acceptance criteria answers, does this feature works as expected? And definition of done answers, has this feature met all the quality steps we always follow? And we need both of them. The quality as well as the functionality matters, right? Now let's talk about some common mistakes teams make. First, mixing up the definition of done and acceptance criteria. Teams sometimes treat both of them the same and forget any one of them. This leads to incomplete features or poor quality. Second, having a vague definition of done. Some teams only say code is written and forget about testing or review or documentation. This causes bugs and surprises later. Hence, there should be well-discussed, approved definition of done for all the issues, features, errors, etc. Next is skipping acceptance criteria during planning. If you don't define what a story should do clearly, the developer might build something different from what the product owner or the customer expects. To avoid this, Always review both the definition of done and acceptance criteria during the backlog refinement and sprint planning meetings. Talk about them during daily scrum and use them in your sprint reviews to check if a story is really done or not. Now to wrap up, definition of done is team's quality checklist that applies to every user story. And acceptance criteria are the conditions for one specific story to be accepted. We need both to build the right product. So that was all in this video. I hope you understood both the terms clearly. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe for more easy agile tips. If there is anything you want to talk about or you want me to make a video on, then please do write to me in the comment section. So bye for now and keep watching.